Welcome to the Have You Seen podcast. Now, before we get into this review, I do want to tell you about a couple of partners that I'm happy to be working with. The first is Mondo. If you're into movie collectibles, from posters to toys, Mondo has you covered. All of their merchandise is custom made and limited edition. So if you're trying to get some interesting looking movie posters that are handcrafted, definitely let me know. Or go to my website, bibscorner.com, and hit the support the show link and scroll down until you see Mondo. The second partner I'm happy to be telling you guys about is Alamo Drafthouse Cinemas. Alamo Drafthouse is by far my favorite movie theater, so I'm beyond thrilled to be partnering with them as well. Based out of Austin, Texas, they have several theaters across the state and in various cities across the U.S. as well. So if you need movie tickets or gift cards, definitely let me know, or go to the website again, bibscorner.com, hit the support the show link, and scroll down until you see Alamo Drafthouse. And without further ado, let's get into these reviews. Welcome back to the Have You Seen podcast. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the latest release from the legend himself, Eddie Murphy, coming the number 2 America, because that's not confusing for anybody. Just came out on Amazon Prime, and today I do have 2 fellows with me. My man Shad has returned, and I also got my man Reese, who is my co-host on the Mavs Outsiders podcast. Fellas, how y'all doing?
Doing good. Kind of excited about this. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be pretty fun. This is actually my first time actually reviewing a movie on a podcast too, even though I love movies. So
if it's anything like last time, it's gonna be exciting. If it's anything like last time, boy, we ripped Malcolm and Marie to shreds.
I was listening to that at work. I didn't get to finish it, but I haven't watched the movie. But
okay.
I was definitely literally laughing out loud at work at the part about the mac and cheese that y'all mentioned.
Man, look.
I don't need to see the movie to know that's some bullshit.
Yo,
once you see the beginning, you're gonna be like, "This is the worst mac and cheese I've ever seen." And you may want to just turn it off right there.
As soon as she pulled out the box, I was like, "What is happening here?" Like, well, she didn't add nothing else with it. Did she even give him a? You know what? We getting off topic.
Told you she didn't. It was just straight mac and cheese in a bowl.
Man, look. I mean, like, just a drink. Did he have a beverage with him? Like, man, look. Never mind. We getting off topic, like I said. So coming to America, it's been over 30 years since the original. We're in an era right now where nostalgia is selling. So a lot of remakes, a lot of sequels to old movies. You add in the success of Black Panther, where we had a fictional African nation, and nobody was going to say no to a Coming to America sequel, right? Eddie Murphy got some Oscar buzz for his role in Dolomite Is My Name, so he was ready to be back in the spotlight. And so the movie is out. I checked the reviews just because I was curious. I don't think I've seen a single person online say anything positive about this movie, and the reviews pretty much reflect that. I'm gonna check it right now just to make sure it hasn't changed. Okay, so the critic ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. Are y'all familiar with how Rotten Tomatoes does ratings?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, so 50% of critics gave it a 3.5 out of 5 or more, and 48% of the regular audience. And when it comes to comedies, the audience and critics are almost never on the same page.
Ever.
So I think, so for me, when it comes to comedies, I almost never pay attention to what the critics say, because a comedy to me is supposed to make you laugh. It ain't supposed to be a good story. When the audience doesn't like a comedy, then I have to take it seriously. So did y'all check any reviews or anything like that before y'all watched the movie? Like, had y'all heard anything?
I've just seen people like friends on social media briefly say what they think about it, like, oh, I liked it, oh, I didn't like it. But I try to avoid reviews at all costs because honestly, going into this movie, I expected not to be impressed. So
Right.
I didn't want that idea to be reinforced. And then when I watch it, I'm not really giving it a chance. So
Got you. Shot.
I tried to avoid them. The only thing that I heard was it was the same guy who did the Dolomite movie directing it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in with an open mind. But when my homegirl on social media was like, oh my gosh, this is so, we'll get into that later. I wasn't gonna watch it yet. And then all of a sudden, there I am tweeting back and forth with her, and it's just, yeah, that's the only reason I watched it, because someone finally said something, and I was like, I gotta watch it now.
Okay. So I'm gonna just run through the plot real quick, and I both of y'all kind of said something that I agree with, the fact that expectations can affect how you feel about a movie strongly. So if you have high expectations and the movie sucks, you're gonna feel even more strongly negatively about it. If you have low expectations and the movie's good, you're gonna overrate it. So for me, I had absolutely no expectations myself. I actually, and I'm gonna kind of out myself on this. I had never watched the first one start to finish until Thursday. Like I've seen 90% of the movie, but never had sat down to watch it start to finish. Like I don't know if I'd ever seen the opening of that movie before.
I've never asked someone to do this on their own pod, but can you add like a boo noise to your own
boo
admission
this
here?
man.
I know, boo this man for real. I was like, you have never seen the end?
I wish I
No,
had
I've
that.
seen the end. I've seen the end. I never saw the intro. Like I
You
always
never
come
saw the
in like,
beginning?
I've only always
In
come
the
in like
beginning.
10, 15 minutes after it started and then like watched it through the end pretty much. But I'd never seen like the opening sequence where they come in on the country and like he's waking up with the trumpets and all that stuff. Like I'd never seen that.
So that's like the best part.
Yeah.
That's the whole catalyst of the movie, right there. That's the whole point. He went to America. Oh my!
Exactly. I never understood why he was in America.
Yes, it was his birthday. You know what I'm saying?
So again, I watched that Thursday, so that was very fresh in my mind when I watched this movie. Besides that, no expectations. Now, with that said, I was fine with the movie, what they did. I had some problems with it. I'll say this. I had two major problems with it, which we'll get into later. But first, I want to hear how you felt about the movie. I already know how y'all felt about it, but first tell us how you felt about it and why. And I'm gonna start with you, Reese.
Going into it, I felt the movie was unnecessary and it was reinforced after watching the film. I said it before we started recording. It felt like cameo the movie. It felt like, oh, hey, let's get a lot of black actors in this because, they couldn't be in the first one. But now that we're doing the second one, let's try to add this in a little bit. Let's get as many cameos as we can. Hey, you recognize this face, right? But they serve no purpose in the film whatsoever.
Okay.
That's
your main beef with it?
That's my main beef with it. The movie served no purpose. It didn't really, how can I put this into words? The characters that we knew and loved from the first film,
right?
This movie did nothing to advance those characters in any way.
Okay.
I don't feel.
I can get behind that.
So I usually feel like if there's a direct sequel to a movie with the exact same characters, the idea should be to expand on those characters, advance those characters. But it really didn't do any of that.
Okay.
And granted, this is a comedy, so you don't need a whole bunch of character development. But when the movie isn't funny, I need something.
And plus, like 30 years have passed. I think you kind of touched on one of the things that struck me is that like nothing, those characters were pretty much the same characters 30 years later, just 30 years older. Like all the character dynamics, the personalities, everything was the same. Shad, how'd you feel about it? What was your main takeaway?
Again, the guy who directed it was the same guy who directed Dolomite Is My Name. So I expected something a little along those veins, especially when the movie is right there. You have a base, you have a foundation.
Right.
But when I saw it, I was like, what is this? And like I said, I'll go into details when we get to the spoiler part.
Right.
But again, to agree with Reese on this, it was the whole character development. Semi was still Semi. Akeem was still Akeem. Lisa barely had any personality in the first one. She got Lou again. I can't without getting any spoilers. She barely had one in this one.
She had
the
less.
Kids. We're gonna again when I get to spoilers, then I will explain why she had a little bit more.
Okay.
The kids, it was mostly about it basically was about the kids. The kids were the only ones with personality. And give or take Tracy Morgan and Leslie Jones. And with Tracy Morgan, he's an acquired taste. Some people may not think he's funny. Some people will think he's funny. I am a person that it depends on the day for me. Like 30 Rock, he was funny. Some stand-ups, I'm like, okay. This one, he was pretty
hilarious.
He was pretty funny. When he had his own show, he was pretty funny. So, to go back to that again, I'm thinking, oh well, Dolomite Is My Name was pretty good.
Right.
All right, this should be at least decent. Again, you have a base. You have a movie.
Right. We already knew all the characters.
So it's like, how hard could this be? They just showed that this was very, very difficult. I hate when they bring out sequels and they try to bring a quote unquote fresh air to it. There's no reason for a fresh air for coming to America. There's no reason.
Let me cut in real quick.
Go ahead.
You know who wrote it?
Who?
Oh, shit.
Kenya Barris, Blackish.
Oh Lord, that explains so much. That explains so much.
I had never checked, but now I know.
That explains so much. Because unless it's his projects, or maybe like back in the day up until now, if it's not his projects, I'm sorry, Kenya. It's gonna miss.
And it's sad because I feel like Blackish it does a good job of what it is, but the rest of his stuff I have not enjoyed any of it.
Mixed Dish is okay, and that's because of the acting. It's because of the acting. It has nothing to do with the actual storyline. If you put any other actors in that, it wouldn't work. Grownish,
similar.
Grownish. It's everybody else except for the main character, and I won't diss that young lady because I love what she stands for. But yeah, her acting is everybody else is better.
I've never seen Grownish. I mean, I know I've seen clips of Grownish. My ex-girlfriend used to watch it, and I've seen like a few episodes, but I didn't even know Mixed Dish was a thing.
It just
the Ish universe. Yeah, the Ish universe is very interesting to me, so I always keep up.
What?
Even though there has totally been a hiccup in the Blackish and Grownish universe. I could talk about this real quick. Junior showed up in an episode recently where he was still trying to get with one of the other characters. And I'm like, in the Blackish universe on the main show, he has a girlfriend. Why is he professing his love to a girl he dated way back when? And he has a girlfriend over here. And I was like, he was going ham. And I was just like, this makes no sense. So like it literally made no sense. I'm like, you literally smoking and hanging out with your grandma, with your new girl, and here you are at your sister's former college talking about, hey, I still love you. It made no sense.
We really calling it the Ish universe?
I mean, they got
what it is.
4 or 5 of them things now at this point.
I mean, you're right. I don't know if I call it a universe, maybe a community, but all right.
Community, yeah, okay, community. Because it's 3 shows all
They-
orbiting around. I think the Oldish or something like that with
Yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne and Jennifer Lewis.
yeah, they're getting their own show,
So what's that gonna be called? Oldish?
something like
Yeah,
that.
Oldish or something like that. Yeah,
I was joking. Oh shit.
but that's actually you actually
They
hit it right on the
got
head.
too married to that. But anyway, we've gotten way off topic. Kenya Barris, we know who he is, basically, right? So to expect something groundbreaking, if I had known he was the writer, I definitely wouldn't expect nothing special out of this movie.
Oh, I would have probably not watched it. Like I said, no offense to Kenya Barris. Like I always say, I love the black creatives and everything
Right.
like that.
Get your money.
But after his, what's the name of his show on Black
Netflix.
AF?
Yeah,
Oh my
I
god,
watch it. What people were saying about it.
Yeah, lucky you.
I watched like one trailer. And I was like, nah, I'm good.
Again, lucky you. I rode the ride. I had to ride the ride to see what was gonna happen. And no.
That's bad. Anyway. So let me get into my thoughts on this movie, because I wasn't as mad as some people appear to be. So basically the story is this. And coming to America. Let me go back. They basically went back and rewrote the last movie to add in a little hiccup. Basically, the night that they went to the club, if you remember the infamous speed dating scene from the original movie, Semi got tired of the hiccups and hooked up with, I forgot her name. I was about to say Lisa Leslie. Leslie Jones and her homegirl. They picked them up. They took them back to the apartment, and Leslie Jones got Akeem high and took advantage of him. He forgot that completely, but he got her pregnant that night. And so this witch doctor character, I still don't know who played that character.
I have no idea.
It's Arsenio Hall. Don't play.
You
can look that man dead in the eye instead of Arsenio Hall.
So Arsenio Hall plays this witch doctor type character who tells him he has a son back in the United States, and he wants to get his son so he can marry the daughter of the new General Izzy, Wesley Snipes, to create peace, right? His daughter doesn't want to marry Wesley Snipes' son. And so this is the answer, right? This is how he's going to save the kingdom from going to war. And I don't think I've seen a single soldier, low key. Anyway.
Shout out to who his son was in the movie. Rotimi, who you already hated based on his last character in Power as Dre.
I mean, did he even say a word the whole movie?
Barely. And it was funny that I think he was probably the only real African in the movie.
No, there's a couple other ones.
Yeah, because he's Nigerian.
Yeah.
Well, no. Wait, are we talking spoilers already?
No, we just talking about that's just the characters. I mean, you can go on IMDb and check who's on the movie.
Michael Blackson was African. That motherfucker's in the movie. So.
Okay, that's two.
It was what the girl that he was talking to was African as well. That's a spoiler. Sort of.
That's a spoiler.
The people that listen don't know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about. So anyway, Akeem and Sammy go back to America to find his son. It's the dude from Sorry to Bother You that had the little altercation with Lakeith Stanfield on the street that has been clipped and reclipped a million times.
Shout out to Jermaine Fowler.
Recognized him from somewhere.
Yeah, so that's where you recognize.
I think I'm gonna be the one like naming the characters. Yeah, shout out to Jermaine Fowler.
Yeah, so he plays the son, and he's basically 30 and struggling, trying to get a job out in these streets. They actually did another callback, so I don't know if y'all know about this, but there's like a universe with Eddie Murphy's characters from Coming to America, crossover. The two old white dudes on the street.
Mortimer and Seymour Duke. The Duke.
Yeah, the Duke brother. Duke. So basically, if you recall, what was it, Trading Places?
Yes. Which that was, see, you just ruined my spoiler because I was going to talk about that. That was a little Easter egg in there.
Never seen it.
That's one of my favorite Eddie Murphy movies because him and Dan Aykroyd did their thing in it. Basically, the random scene you always see of him as an African when he says Happy New Year, that's actually from Trading Places. Not Coming to America.
Yeah, and Coming to America when he throws a stack at the two old white dudes. You remember that?
The homeless guys.
Yeah.
He throws a stack at them. Those were the dudes from Trading Places. They were rich dudes that were playing a game with him in Trading Places, and they ended up bankrupting the old dudes. So now in Coming to America, when he throws them that stack and they tell each other, like, we're back, this is them like getting back on top. And so they were rich, they got broke in Trading Places, and now Coming to America, he makes them rich again. The guy that interviews Akeem's son, the guy from Saturday Night Live, Colin Jost.
Jost.
Is supposed to be their grandson.
Golly. Colin Jost getting all the bags in 2021. Shout out to him.
That's Colin Jost a bag.
Nah, he got that one, and he was in the new Tom and Jerry. So yeah, they paying him. He getting paid.
I ain't mad at him. So he goes and gets his son. They come back. His son is supposed to be married off to Wesley Snipes' daughter, and that's kind of where the movie falls apart for me, with the son coming back. And then basically, my main problem with it is that they basically told the same story as the original story with one minor twist. He goes and gets his son to marry a woman he doesn't want to marry. The son doesn't want to do it and wants to talk to another woman. And they have the same conversation. Like, he basically became his dad in a non-deep way.
And another thing is that Akeem was nothing like King Jaffe Joffer at all.
In what way?
He was in no way like him. Zero. Because when I say the conscience of the first one was Mad Sinclair, Olia, however you say her name, Queen Aolio, from the first one. Yeah, they didn't have that. Rest in power to her, but yeah, they didn't have that in this one. So basically, like, again, he was not like when, again, his dad was stubborn, which was cool because Jaffe Joffer was stubborn at the beginning.
Right.
I'm not going to give any spoilers of what happens to him yet, but yeah, he did not have that same energy. Akeem was still acting like he did before, and even his dad and everybody else was saying that in the movie. It's like, you ain't got it, like,
you know what,
James Earl Jones. Yeah, you believed him.
You kind of just made me realize something. Because he married that American woman, they didn't have that presence anymore. They weren't that strong African family like they had previously been.
Exactly.
Like, he got out of his roots and his heritage, basically. And, he never got back to it.
Because remember, the coldest thing at the beginning of Coming to America, the first one, was when he met General Izzy's daughter, played by Vanessa Bell
Calloway.
Yeah, well, now it's Vanessa Bell Calloway. In that movie, it's still Vanessa Bell.
You mean General Izzy's sister?
Yeah, sister.
Right.
So,
well, this General Izzy's sister. What's his name?
Remember? Oh, no, on the first one, it was his daughter. Remember when they were up there like, what's going on? And James Earl Jones back at him and said, make them wait or let them wait.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, Eddie wasn't carrying that energy like that.
At all.
Right.
King Jaffe Joffer didn't care about nobody but his family and King Jaffe Joffer.
Yeah, man. Let's give our grades real quick, and so we can get to these spoilers. I feel like we're dancing again.
Your grading system. What
So
I want to do it like you do yours. So
I was like, yeah, it's a 5-star system.
it is
much.
5 stars with halves. And
Okay.
I'll tell you how I look at it. So a 5 is an amazing movie, like almost no flaws. Like you can't point out a flaw, and you would recommend it to anybody. 4.5 would be a movie that maybe has 1 or 2 flaws, but still great. 4, a step below. 3.5 is a good movie, like it's a safe movie you can recommend to people. A 3 is a movie that doesn't do anything special. And so again, 3.5 is the limit to be a fresh movie on Rotten Tomatoes. So 3 would be a movie that could go either way. Like you might not like it, you might like it, but you thought it was okay. 2.5, I usually give a movie that maybe certain audience will like that movie, like a specific audience. 2, I usually go like, it did everything it was supposed to do as a movie. It just didn't really entertain me that much. And then anything below that is, 1.5 I usually give to a bad movie.
trash.
One to a movie I can't believe somebody actually paid to get it made. And then 0, there was nothing about this movie that anybody could possibly like, and I don't know why I'm looking at it.
Okay, I know what rating I'll give it based off of that. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess
you go first.
yeah, I'll go first. Since I said
I'm gonna
that.
let Reese go first because my rating is actually gonna be very shocking.
Go ahead. What you got, Reese?
I'm giving this movie a 2.5.
Mm,
Based on the criteria you just gave, I give it a 2.5 because I can already tell there's a group of people who will enjoy this movie. There's a group of Black people who really
Who don't know nothing about nothing?
that too. I'll put it like this: there are people like us. Damn, that's gonna sound bad. There are people like us who look at movies a certain way, and we know there's the casual fan
right.
who just wants to see a movie, doesn't really look deeper into it, things like acting, story, all this stuff. They just want to see a movie. If they enjoy it, they enjoy it. They don't give a
Right.
shit about anything else. Black
Right.
people tend to do. We have our Black classic movies. Coming to America is a Black classic. People
Yeah.
have been wanting a Coming to America sequel for a long time. So for the most part, anything they get, they'll kind of enjoy because they're seeing those characters again.
Right.
So that's the kind of group that will enjoy this film. If I was giving it based on just how I felt about it, I give the shit like a 2 or 1.5. There really was no point in making this film at all.
Mm,
Uh, it made me feel no different about the first one, thank God, because if I started to look at the first one like it was trash, then this movie would be a 0. Yeah, I give it a 2.5. I feel like that's being generous just because I'm thinking about how other people would feel about it or view it.
right.
Already seen some people say they enjoy it. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I just know not to ask your opinion on movies. Uh, so yeah, for the most part, that's it. I don't want to trash it too much. I'll get into that when we get into the spoilers, but I'll keep it brief for the rating.
All right. Shot? Or you want me to go?
A straight up 2.
Straight 2? Okay.
And the reason being is this is the weirdest thing about that movie. The storyline, yes, it was very similar, but the ending was actually pretty good.
Mm,
I agree.
The ending was good. That was the best. Sadly enough, that was the best part of the movie. Was the end.
Okay.
The thing was, it was so weird that all that BS and they tied a nice bow on it at the end. I was like, what?
Right.
Because I sat there like, I'm angry at the movie. This sucks. Then all of a sudden the ending, it's like, oh, okay. I'm not that mad at it anymore. Like, I guess Eddie, it was like, we at least gotta make the ending good, at least to save ourselves. So you did that. And Kenya, I hope you didn't have nothing to do with the ending because I don't want to give you no credit.
I was about to say, I feel like that might not have been him. Okay. So you went straight 2.
Straight 2. Because that, yeah, like I said, the ending saved it. Otherwise, it would have been a 1.5 or a 1.
Mm. So for me, here's my overall thoughts about this movie. So I was actually disappointed because when it started, it looked like they were going a different way than what they ended up doing. Keep in mind, I didn't really pay attention to trailers or anything like that.
I don't mean to cut you off, but that's exactly how I felt when I saw the beginning. I was like, okay, this is going to be something fresh. Nope.
Yeah. So that could have definitely dramatically hurt my rating because I was floating around 2.5. I'm still floating between 2.5. And I agree with you. I think the ending kind of saved it to where I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I felt like there were two things that they did really well with this movie. First is the nostalgia. No matter how you felt about it, they did a good job of like every other scene was a new face that you didn't expect to see. Like to the point where I was looking at every character like, all right, where do I know them from or who are they tied to? And that's how I found out that Colin Jost thing because I had to double check behind it. And then the other thing that I felt like they did good, the music.
Trash.
I felt like they did a good job. Again, everything wasn't for everybody, but I felt like they did a good job of for the audience they were trying to target, and this is people probably our parents' age, stuff like that. They brought out all the old hits, Salt and Pepper, En Vogue, Gladys Knight, and even Paul Bates, who's played Oha and sung the Queen to Be in the first song, like he got his redemption song.
Oha, the thing that sucked about that was the Oha singing voice wasn't Paul Bates this time. It was John Legend.
Still got it like that.
No, it was John Legend because John Legend totally like ruined the experience for you by basically singing She's Your Queen to Be at the end.
Yeah. Did you stay for that, Reese?
Yes, unfortunately I did. And then I
it pissed me off that wasn't Paul Bates for real.
Yeah, so and that's what when I checked the soundtrack, I was like, oh, that was okay, John Legend. But they made him look good on screen because that Queen to Be was kind of rough the first time around. But yeah, if for who they were, if that's your target audience, and again, that's why I gave it the 2.5 because I feel like a certain audience is gonna be there for the nostalgia and they're gonna enjoy the music. They did a good job of mixing the old school with the new school in this one, with the music. And like if you saw it in a theater, a black theater, people would be having fun. Like whether or not the story was great, people are going to be laughing and having fun about certain things. So yeah, I had to give it a 2.5. I think I want to get into these spoilers because there's a lot I want to say about this movie. So we're gonna take a quick break and then we can start talking recklessly. All right, welcome back to Have You Seen? Talking about Coming to America. We all gave it negative ratings in the non-spoiler section. So now it's time to get into the details as to what we did not like the most. I'm going to start with Shad. What 2 or 3 things are the reason that you did not enjoy this movie?
King Aki has come back with his son from America.
You mean to tell me you don't think Rick Ross is going to be up for the Oscar for that?
Oh, he definitely not. He ain't even getting the Golden Globe now for that.
Quick question. Whose accent was worse? Rick Ross in Coming to America or Forrest Whitaker in Black Panther?
Oh, no. Forrest Whitaker got him with the Black Panther. Has his powers stripped away. He was actually better. Man, I believed him as an African a little bit more than I believe Rose.
Be stripped away.
No, that's stripped. Stripped.
Now you gotta roll
like strep throat. Like stripped
away.
Stripped away.
Away.
He was listening to Knuckles. They way. He was listening to that Knuckles stuff too much. That's what he was on. But no, let me give you one of the spoiler scenes. It was between his oldest daughter and him when they were in this room.
Yeah.
Yes. So
played by Kiki Lane. Oh, you thought you had names?
Oh, thank you. Because y'all was up there so and so. Oh, you remember they was in this one? I was like,
Man, it was
they had names. They had names. But anyway,
go ahead.
but yeah, they had names. But anyway, so there's this scene where she was like, "You're just no. That was his wife. I'm sorry. This was Lisa." Was saying you're just like your father, and I was like, "Oh, he's not." I just said that in the non-spoiler section. He was nothing like James Earl Jones as King Jaffe Joffer, because half of that movie wouldn't have happened if he was like King Jaffe Joffer.
True.
He was letting a lot of stuff slide, boy.
Yeah.
I was like, man, when he got trampled by his daughters, when he was like sparring with his oldest,
yeah,
when he was sparring with Mika at the beginning, I should have known. I said, you are nothing like King Jaffe Joffer.
Right. He's still just as good as he was in the first movie.
And then you know how powerful King Jaffe Joffer was? When he died, he literally just said, I'm gonna die now. I was like, he showed I'm so powerful, I can call when I'm gonna die.
And then be still standing up.
He was, because that was like a casket, it looked like.
Right.
But yeah, that was the best part of it. He said, no, we're not gonna have my funeral when I'm dead. We're gonna have it when I'm alive. How big boss king do you have to be to say, oh no, we're gonna have my funeral while I'm alive, and we're gonna have Gladys Knight there. We're gonna have Salt and Pepper.
The most gangster shit I've ever seen in my life.
Besides that, on his deathbed, nah, I'm gonna be alive.
What'd you say, Reese?
I said, besides those pigeons pushing that other pigeon on the train track, the most gangster shit I've ever seen in my life.
Have you seen that video, Shad?
Oh no, I ain't seen that video before.
Oh man, these New York pigeons. It was so apparently the video is longer. They must have beat the mess out of that pigeon first. It was 2 pigeons. Well, it was 3 of them. One of them was the lookout, but they were beating up on this other pigeon.
I almost choked on my lemonade.
They were fighting. They beat the mess out of this bird. The clip that you see is the end, because you can tell the bird is already kind of messed up, and the 2 pigeons like walk him toward the train tracks, and then push him off like right as the train is coming and fly off.
Had a hit on a pigeon. Okay, yeah, I gotta see that.
Let's take a little walk, buddy. Let's take a walk. Like, you came up short the last time we did the deposits. What's going on?
That old lady dropped that bread. You was eating it all for yourself. Like we weren't there. You done, son. I like that.
Yeah, we're done talking. Threw him on the tracks. That was it.
Had him black and blue and then threw him away.
Flew off. Like, the people screaming in the background was what really makes it.
Am I tripping? Or was there an animated movie where pigeons were actually like voiced by like Italian mob gangsters? What movie was that?
It was a show, the Animaniacs.
That's what it was. It was the Animaniacs.
The Goodfellas.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, back to the spoilers. Back to the spoilers. But yeah, like the celebrity cameos. Who else was in it? Like I said, King Rick Ross. You had
Tiana.
Tiana Taylor, who was Wesley Snipes' sister in the movie.
Daughter.
Like I said, like it was his daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the brother, the lady that Eddie had hopping on one foot.
Oh yeah, Vanessa Bell Calloway actually is back in this movie, and she's still barking like a dog and hopping on one leg. He said, "I'll never forgive you for what you did to my sister."
Hey man, still, like, yo, he never freed her.
He never told her to stop.
Never told her to stop.
He just kept hopping for 30 years. Damn.
But yeah, that again, back to what Bibbs has said about it was pretty much copy and paste. Again, Tiana Taylor gave the same lines, whatever it is you like. And I was like, okay.
Right.
Okay, we've already been here. We've been here before. But like I said, the plot twist was pretty much again at the end. Well, no. I'm sorry. Rewind. And the reason I say that is because of this. For me, maybe I'm just overly observant. You could tell what was going to happen when when the groomer braided his hair, and they were having that long conversation. You could tell he was going to fall for her.
Everything from moment one.
It was absolutely predictable in that sense. Even though he was feeling Tiana Taylor, which I mean, man with 2 eyes and a pulse is gonna.
She was bad till she started talking.
I'd have smashed first, at least.
That's what I thought was gonna happen, low key.
Yeah, because he was. Yeah, he started.
He was American.
He started spitting verses. He started spitting bars and stuff.
He ain't had none of them traditions. Like, why did he care about all that?
But yeah,
Okay.
that was it for me. That was it for me right there. It was just like, come. It was actually predictable of what was going to happen because again, like you said, it was the same story except this time, Queens came to the Zamunda.
Yeah. Okay, what you got, Reese? What were your main issues with the movie?
I will say, I want to say it was predictable, but that would be wrong because going into the movie, I had this idea. I'm like, oh, I already know how the movie's going to turn out. It's going to turn out by the end like, oh, this ain't really my son, but we didn't spend time with you. I love you anyway. That wasn't the case. So
Okay.
I have to give them credit because they didn't do that, but they still basically copy and pasted from the first movie.
Yeah.
I mentioned the whole cameo, the movie thing. I really had a big issue with that. I'm not lying.
What was your least favorite cameo?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that was completely unnecessary.
It's Morgan Freeman, and you use him for something small like that. 21 Savage used Morgan Freeman better on his album than they did in this movie.
This is big facts. I think his outtake at the end was better than his actual scene.
He said some stuff, didn't he? I can't even remember what it was exactly. He said stuff made me think, like, weren't there kids in the room? Like, what was he talking
about? What else? The musical performances.
Okay.
I haven't seen Coming to America 1 in a long time, but I'm pretty sure there weren't many musical performances in that movie.
Just the dances, like when the daughter and stuff were like brought out.
Right. So I'm not really sure what made them think, hey, it's 2021. People want musical performances and coming to America. That and the conflict between his daughter, him, and his son, his bastard son, they seem to always remind us about. We didn't even get to spend any time with his oldest daughter. We didn't get to see her or anything. So why would we care that she's upset about this?
Right.
That's what I was saying.
We don't even know if she's worthy to be queen. Y'all are trying to tell us that she's worthy.
Right.
So,
because she beat up her dad at the beginning.
Exactly. Okay, she's strong. What else? What are her views? And I understand what they were trying to do. It's 2021.
Right.
The whole women empowerment thing. And I think they had the right idea because, like Shad said, near the end of the movie got really good. The twist at the end that I'm not sure if we want to mention it yet, but the twist
we'll give it we'll wait for it.
Okay. I really didn't see that coming, and it was cool. But I just wish they went about it a different way.
Okay.
Don't just because her being upset and not liking dude from the jump kind of made me not like her character because I'm like, yo, for lack of a better term, why you acting like a bitch? Like,
I was gonna use hater, but yeah, go ahead, Reese. Thank you, Reese. I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'll say hey. I already said it. Screw it. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that, and
you didn't buy it enough. Like you weren't feeling that.
I wasn't invested.
You didn't feel that they sold you enough on who she was.
Yeah, it's like don't tell me that she's worthy to be queen. Let me figure that out on my own. And we didn't even get to know her character. The only thing we know is that she's strong in combat. They showed us that in the beginning and the end. Everything in between was, oh, this chick a hater.
Yeah. So here's and that kind of, you threw the lob to me for what I wanted to say. So in my review, I wrote that Coming to America basically focuses on the problems with the old traditions, which is the same thing the first movie did. But this time they added the wrinkle of Eddie Murphy or Prince Akeem having 3 daughters and needing a male heir to take over the throne of Zamunda, right? The idea of his daughter ruling apparently never crossed his mind. Now, the whole male heir female heir thing should have been the focus of the movie. That should have been the main storyline. We should have focused more on Mika, right? But instead, we bring Lavelle over from America and he becomes the focus. And we follow the same storyline Akeem followed, where he's going to be forced to marry a woman he doesn't love. And then he rebels and goes back to Queens. And, you know, it's a movie that wants to make a point about not sidelining women while sidelining women.
Yeah. And another reason he even went back to Queens in the first place is because he overheard General Izzy and his father talking about why he had to marry Tiana Taylor's character, but he wasn't in love with her.
Exactly.
That's the only reason he left. Like that's the
another
only part that they made it like, oh, this is not like the first one.
That's the only issue I had, because usually in scenes like that, we've seen scenes like that in movies. They walk over and overhear the person they actually care about saying something, but it's out of context. He didn't even give his father time to respond to what Izzy said.
Exactly. Like how
Izzy just said
it. Yeah, he basically said, "Ma, we out of here." And it was like, what?
Izzy said what he said, and dude took it as facts and said, "Damn, that's how you feel." I didn't say that.
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
They just wanted to get us to the church. That's all they were trying to do. They were just trying to get us back to Queens.
We know what we're trying to do, and people will know what the scene is supposed to be. It doesn't have to actually make sense, is what happened. Shout out to Kenya Barris.
You mean this movie?
Oh yeah, that was definitely Kenya Barris. He said they understand. They black, and then just
they know what
these niggas.
If anyone knows black people, I know black people.
Oh man. Yeah, so that also was, again, another bad wrinkle. The fact that he fell in love with the first other woman that he talked to in the movie, obvious. Like everything was obvious as it was happening. I didn't feel like they even had enough of a connection for him to be as in love with her as he was supposed to be.
I mean,
won't you braid my hair? Maybe that's what it was.
She laid them heavenly hands on him.
I have issues with that, but that's movies. It's like, oh yeah, I'm in love with you. I want to marry you. Yeah, I know you for like 2 weeks, but still.
At the same time, so like again, I watched the other one right before. I felt like him and Lisa had a little bit more of a deeper like bond. Like they got to spend more time together, go through some things.
Okay,
like these two didn't go through. All they did was braid hair and talk twice.
Yeah, she did his hair like twice. They walked through a garden. He kissed her, and she was like, "Oh my god, why you do that?" And yeah,
right.
And then she cut that ceremonial braid, which looked more like the Padawan braid from episode 1.
The exact same
but
thing.
Yeah,
like damn, is this Mace Windu's origin story?
I'm trying to find the name of the girl who played. Oh man, I'm struggling. I'm trying to find it. What was her name? Do y'all remember her character? Was it Marembe? Yeah,
I think so.
It was Marembe. Nomzamo Mbafa is her name.
Yes, sir.
Say what?
You're a better man than me. I couldn't have. I don't think I could have pronounced it.
I tried to.
Yes, sir.
So I had to look her up because she looked familiar, but then she didn't. And when I saw her name, I was like, yeah, I definitely don't know her. She looks like an American actress, though, whose name I can't think of right now. But she was, I thought her character was cool. I just didn't like how quickly, I could see how quickly he will fall in love, but not in love to the point of like flying you out the country to marry you type thing.
I mean, he took us straight back home.
Especially him.
Like, we finna get married today.
Especially being a pure American for 30 years like he was. Like, why would he suddenly just feel the need to get married?
If I marry her, guess what? She can be an American. She can start her own hair place over here. And then I don't have to go. Then guess what? I don't have to marry Tiana Taylor. I'm like, you the only one thinking like that, bro. But okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that was my main thing. Was I felt like Mika should have been at the center of the story more, bringing the son in and making him the center of the story, was unnecessary. Like if they could still bring him in and follow that whole storyline in the background, but have us focusing on, how great Mika is. Like you were saying, like we didn't get to really appreciate her to see that she should be queen. We should have focused more on what she was doing there while the brother was there, why she was upset about him being there, and showing the history of how she. We're told that she's been preparing all her life to take over as ruler, but we don't actually get to see that. And we're just supposed to accept who his daughters are. Like we got the main one who's supposed to be fierce, and then we got the second one who's supposed to be smart, and then the baby. And they're just there, and that was a missed opportunity in my eyes. And that
they fumbled. Yeah, they definitely fumbled because remember at McDowell's at the beginning, they had the like impossible meat or whatever, and they like tell them it tastes nasty.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, now that you said it, now I'm like, look at you, Kenya. Why did you try to ruin impossible meat for everybody?
that was another thing that was like, why? What was the point?
I think the movie tried too hard to be meta. Like the whole the part in the barbershop where they was like, you can't touch a woman now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got all mine back in the day.
Yeah,
like, that was a wild statement.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Did that come off wrong to y'all as well? Like it came off to me. Eddie Murphy was admitting that he himself did some stuff back in the day, but got away with it.
It was kind of weird.
I didn't see it like that. I just saw it as this probably wasn't their intention. I'm not here to cancel Eddie Murphy and Coming to America, people, but it made it seem like, oh damn, we got a problem. We can't touch women the way we want now. God damn. I wish it was back in the old times. Like, god damn, motherfucker. I mean,
yeah. Like it definitely.
This motherfucker's still a lot.
How do you talk down on Bill Cosby in your comedy routines back in the day, and then all of a sudden you put that line in your movie?
Right. Oh man. Yeah, them dudes should have been dead like 20, 30 years ago, by the way. They were the same age.
No sense.
They use makeup. They barely use makeup this time to get old like that. Oh man.
My place is now worth $10 million. You know your place ain't worth no $10 million. I mean, like I said, what they tried to do was work around the Amazon studios. I'm sure they were restricted because, again, you look at the first one. It was a lot of adult comedy. It was a lot of adult situations in that. They tried to move around that. Like, if they could have took out that Leslie Jones scene of how Lavelle got there, they probably wouldn't have put it in there. Like, they tried to make this more as, like I said,
they did.
Amazon tried to be as safe as possible. And that was another reason I couldn't get into it. Because I'm like, the first one was raw. It was crazy. Right. You could see anything. Even, they randomly had a beauty pageant in the middle of the movie. Maybe just to have women in it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's some of the stuff they were referring to with that line, sort of. Like, it felt like they was trying to imply something. And I saw an article earlier that said the director was proud of the fact that they were able to get a PG-13 rating on the movie, where the other one I think is rated like TV 16 or something like that.
That's a rating?
Yeah.
Or it was. It's not something they use anymore.
Yeah, TV 14 and all that stuff used to be. Yeah.
I remember TV 14. I didn't know it was a TV 16.
Yeah, it was 88 when that movie came. But
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so with that said, which one of y'all wants to point out the twist that you enjoy? Or how you
go ahead. Yeah, Reese, go ahead and talk about the end. Let's get into the end. Like I said, that's when the movie got good.
So are we talking about the same twist at the very end at the party? At the wedding reception, so to speak?
Yeah.
Okay. So they went through all of that conflict. Didn't talk much about what was going on. They just focused on making him king. All for his son to become an ambassador to America and for him to make his daughter the queen in the first place.
Queen to be.
Queen to be.
His heir.
Queen to be. Right. Movies, writing.
I
So,
like that. He said movies, writing. I was like, that's exactly what happened.
But to be honest, even like I felt like me personally, the movie started to get a little. The movie, the opening started, and I was like, okay, this might be okay. But from that point, it declined. It went down. The moment he started embracing who he was when he had that talk with the hairdresser chick that he ended up marrying, and he started embracing, I guess, the queens in him, it started going up a bit. I started enjoying it more. And then it got to the end, and I was like, okay, this is really good.
When he came in with the cane and the limp, yeah, that was pretty good.
So who wrote that part? Because it couldn't have been what's that motherfucker's name?
Kenya Barris.
Couldn't have been Kenya Barris. Did they have help?
It only lists him, I believe, as the writer. Oh, hold up. They do give there's some dude named Barry Blaustein.
Okay.
David Sheffield and Justin Canoe. I think that might be the original writers. Blaustein and Sheffield helped with the script.
Okay. If y'all wrote the ending, kudos. I don't know if y'all did, but I'm gonna assume y'all did.
You know what happened
at the beginning, and we all wrong. Who knows?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
Kenya Barris comes back to us and says, "You want to know what? I actually did write the ending." I'm like, "What? We sorry, bro."
These guys wrote the beat of the story. Kenya wrote the black parts, if you will. That's what I think happened.
You mean all of it?
Right,
because this movie it had black movie written all over it.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones was
Leslie Jones was Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan was Tracy Morgan. Like how hard did you have to write for those guys? Like, man, I got a difficult actor in Tracy Morgan here. What am I gonna do?
They did, and they were probably like, oh, so what's my character's name? Your character's name? Shit, we gotta find a name.
Man, Leslie Jones' character was named Mary, and I'm still like Leslie Jones.
Right, exactly. Nobody cared about them character names.
I did like, they didn't go the typical conflict route between his wife and Leslie Jones' character. It was just like a little quick stuff in the beginning, but for majority of the movie, they were cool. So
the segue king. Thank you. Because I said I was gonna bring that up in the spoilers.
You did.
That was the best part, was when they were at the bar and they getting drunk and they dancing.
Yes.
And she up there like, you can't tell me what to do. Are you banishing the king from his own bedroom? She's like, yeah, get out. She closed the door.
That was her
plenty of rooms in this palace.
Yeah, that was her being American for a minute.
I will say, for the most part, I did not laugh at this movie.
Dang.
But there was one line. There was one line that I don't know if it made y'all laugh out loud, but it did me. It was early on when his son, I think they were telling him the trials he had to go through.
Right.
When he was leaving, he called Arsenio Hall. He said, "You look like a slave from the future. You Jar Jar looking motherfucker."
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
I feel like that was
I had made sure I put that in my notes. I said Jar Jar Binks. That's all I needed to remember that line.
I feel like that was ad-lib too.
It had to be
in the script, because I think he did look like Jar Jar Binks.
Poor Arsenio Hall.
Oh, too. They really did. When Jar Jar was an ambassador, all of a sudden, yeah, they did dress him like that.
Let me add the Dikembe Mutombo. I like that cameo. That was a fun cameo.
Yeah. I hated that cameo.
What? Oh, come on.
That brings the African count to 3. Thank you.
And the girl, but he was talking to Mirembe, and so it made me think, like, was he supposed to be
four Africans?
Mirembe Mutombo? Was that supposed to be her father?
Stop it.
I'm asking. That's a serious question. Like, was she supposed to be the father?
Think she'd be doing hair in a palace if that was her dad? I'm pretty
Like,
sure he had some kind of pull in Zamunda.
Yeah, she'd be doing hair like an NBA or something.
It would have been a nice cameo if they didn't do what everybody expects them to do with a Dikembe Mutombo cameo, and he says,
No.
He did mess it up. You're right.
And the thing was, you didn't see his face when what's the son's name?
Lavelle in the movie.
Lavelle. Every time I hear that, I think about Lavelle Crawford. Jesus Christ. So when he
That's why I just been calling him Jermaine Crowler, man. Other than Jermaine Fowler, because
Lavelle Crawford is the only Lavelle I know.
Right.
So when he walked over, all he said was Dikembe, and he didn't see his face. I was like, Dikembe Mutombo. And they still didn't show his face, but when that motherfucker stood up, I was like, Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah. They didn't have to do the finger wag. That was too much.
They didn't.
I'm saying they went straight cliche. Can you just give us your infamous no, and then we'll let you go home?
Also, maybe I missed it. I saw her in a cameo at the end at the reception. Can't remember her name, but she was in the first one.
Well,
she played Fancy on the Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, she was at the beginning too.
She was the first person you see.
Okay, I fucked up.
Yeah, she was at the beginning and the end. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm like, hey, you're still a rose bearer? How?
She the queen of the rose bearers, ain't she?
What the
Like
fuck
she
that
had
mean?
Yeah, she was up there measuring them bowls. Yeah, you're right.
Measuring them what?
She was measuring them bowls. The bowls.
I thought he said balls.
I did too. I was
The
like,
bowls.
yo.
BOWLS. Don't play me on this. Don't play me on it.
I was like, yeah, what scene was that? But no, they did show her at the beginning, and then they showed
They
her.
didn't have a cleaning the royal bowls.
wasn't doing that. Tracy Morgan was the funniest person to me. Like, he made me laugh a couple times. And again, just by being himself, he was a stereotypical black uncle.
Actually, the character I liked the most was Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes was cool.
Because you can tell they gave him that role. They told him what his role was, and he said, I'm about to have fun with this. And that motherfucker had fun.
It's not like that was the first time he ever played an African. Well, that's my time for the night.
He was, I felt like he had
not everybody.
Was he the best actor in the movie?
No. What? You want me to be honest?
I mean,
I think I've said this with people before.
That's what I'm asking.
Eddie was still like doing the mannerisms, but it's like I had to tell somebody before, like on social. I was like, Eddie Murphy just plays royalty very well. That's just what it is. Like, he did the same things he did he basically did the eyebrow raises and look away and stuff like that, like he did in Remember the Time. And then he did like in the first movie. I was like, yeah, he plays royalty very well. Like, so
he got back easily.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, he was the best one. It's just that script didn't help him in this one.
Is it just me, or did Eddie Murphy's accent get worse?
Yes.
You hear his
he don't have it no more.
Accent much. I mean, the motherfucker ain't African. He never really had it, but it was much better in the first one. And
that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, he just old. That's what it is.
I'm about to say he had more at stake in that first one because he was just still like kind of making his name as an actor back in the
James Earl Jones said accent.
Exactly. Yeah, he didn't have one in the beginning. He didn't have one in the first one.
That man is 100 years old.
Man, look, he said, look, in this one, he didn't know he's gonna be Mufasa in the first one. In this one, he was like, man, I'm Mufasa. I'm as African as it get. So this is my accent.
You gonna get that
on me and make it work.
I'm the Lion King, dog. I ain't finna put no accent on for this movie.
Oh man.
Mad Sinclair, it was funny with her because hers was probably the most believable accent, and I don't think she really had one.
Yeah, I mean,
she's the first one.
People gonna hear an accent and just go with it.
But yeah, he was. But yeah, in the first one, I am a man who has never tied his own shoes before. I've tied my own shoes before. It's a highly overrated experience. Like, yeah. Again, James Earl Jones had no accent, but Eddie Murphy did.
Yeah. I mean, he just supposed to sound regal. They didn't care about the accent, probably.
James Earl Jones was probably the best actor in this because that scene where he died.
That's sad, bro.
You're right.
That scene where he died was probably
I'm
better.
sick and I'm dead.
He's like, all right, y'all, about.
I would have given it to Jermaine Fowler because he was pretty good throughout this movie.
Okay.
But that scene in the church, I said, bro, this was your chance. You were supposed to make me feel something.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, bro, you were supposed to make me feel something. You were supposed to get me invested. Like, damn,
I love her. You know what I mean?
I'm like, damn, that nigga preaching. And the way he delivered those lines, I'm like, bro, this ain't it.
And all Eddie could do was just sit down and be like, all right, start the wedding. It was no, oh my God, I'm compelled or anything. It was just like, all right, you made your point.
Yeah. And this is going to bring me back to my other point. I really like Kiki Lane, the girl that played Mika. She was in The Old Guard.
Is that Charlize Theron movie?
Yeah, she was the black chick from the army that they had to recruit it.
Mika is the daughter, right?
Yeah, the oldest daughter.
Fine as hell.
Yeah. And she was in If Beale Street Could Talk as well with Tiana Paris from WandaVision. She was
another one.
So they waste this movie. What did Reese just say?
Say it again.
I said, you lucky horny Reese is dead, or I'll be wilding on here right now.
I thought you slipped up. All right.
Yo.
That was a heck of a cast, by the way, If Beale Street Could Talk.
Nah, it really was. Now that you're breaking it down, I was like, yeah, everybody went on to do something good.
Hold up, let me give you the rundown.
I'm about to say, because I didn't see this movie. I didn't see If Beale Street Could Talk. It was on my to-do list and I never watched it.
It was a great movie, actually. My man Coleman Domingo was in it, who was just in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and is getting a lot of attention right now. I watched it mostly because he brought it. I mean, I was going to watch it probably, but he brought it to my attention when he was talking about the storyline and stuff. And I had just interviewed him, so it felt like a responsibility. Regina King was the mom. Tiana Paris was the older sister. Kiki Lane, we just mentioned, was the girl that got pregnant.
Is she really African?
No.
Okay, that's a good ass accent she put on.
Like I said, they wasted her in this movie.
Because she got the best actor in this motherfucker.
Stefan James, I think that's how he pronounces his name. He was in 21 Bridges. Did y'all see that one? With Chadwick? Yeah, he was the one.
You know what? I'm gonna be real about that movie, and I'm gonna let you finish, Bibbs. That was actually a really good movie.
I enjoyed it.
It was. I mean, what I mean by it was a really good movie. Let me add the extendo clip to this. It was a very good popcorn movie.
Okay. Yeah. It was fun. Like it did what it had to do. It didn't do anything special, and I think I expected something special because it was Chadwick. But yeah, it did what it had to do, and it did enough to kind of give it some meat at the end. I thought with the twist. But we won't go too deep into that. He also played Jesse Owens in the movie Race in 2016. That guy. There was somebody else I wanted to get to that was in that script. Dominique Thorne, who played she was in what's the movie that just came out with Daniel Kaluuya? Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She plays the militant member of the Black Panthers.
Yeah, she was the one shooting at the cops.
Right. She just got cast as Ironheart, Riri Williams.
Yes, she did.
So her entire filmography is If Beale Street Could Talk, Judas and the Black Messiah, and now Ironheart.
A woman in her bag.
I'm saying, like, she got no misses at this point. She didn't waste any time with her ride.
Let me go ahead and plug in this. Yes, that Judas and the Black Messiah one is coming. Trust me. Oh, I got so much to say. That will be the first good movie we actually do. So I'm excited.
When I was looking at the cast list, I was like, we never did do that review. So we definitely need to do that. But is there anything anybody needed to add about Coming to America? Because I think we close to
one thing. Since we were discussing the cast and I was out how fine the women were. In the words of Vision, White Vision, I request elaboration on his light-skinned daughter.
No, that was his actual daughter.
Okay,
the middle one. Yeah, that was his actual daughter. That was.
That explains why she didn't have any lines. She probably not that good. Okay, let me look her up real quick.
Ooh, that's not. That was her. I think this was her first movie. This is what it was.
I'm about to find out. Do we remember what her character?
I got you. Keep talking, Bibbs. I got you. I'll look it up.
Was it Bella Murphy? Yeah, Bella Murphy. That's
yes. He said she wasn't that good.
Oh no!
Like,
wait. That's not what I said. I said that explains why she didn't have a lot of lines because she's probably not that good. I didn't say she wasn't good in the movie. She didn't have enough lines for me. She
did her job in the movie, but this is her.
This is our first movie. I think this is just her dad trying to get her into the game.
Yeah, this is literally like, I'm looking at like interviews, archive footage, everything. Like all she's done is this movie and interviews about this movie.
Okay, I just dig deeper into her profile.
Okay.
I'm retracting my statement. She's 19, so
I'm about to say something else.
Yeah, moving on.
You in the clear. It's good. It's fine. You ain't say too much.
Do you cut her deep?
You just said you requested elaboration. Whatever you thought, it didn't come out.
Trash actor.
He didn't say that. I'm gonna take his back on that, but he didn't say that. Oh my God. He just said maybe she wasn't.
He said you garbage actor. Hold on. Before I say anything else.
No.
Oh man. I mean, this is her first movie.
Yeah. So thank you for pointing that out, because I forgot to double check that, because I thought it might be his daughter.
I was like, that's his daughter. That was like the main thing I remember. Like, she looked just like him. Look at her. She looks like the rest of them. She looks.
I'm about to say,
like all his daughters look the same.
I have no familiarity with his children, so I definitely
literally look at most of his projects, and then remember Bria Murphy pretty much ventured off. She was even in the episode of The Game, so that's why.
You just tapped in, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Wait,
what you say? It's Eddie Murphy. Yeah,
you say Brittany Murphy?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. With Bria, I believe her name is
Bria Murphy. Okay, she was in the episode of The Game. Got it.
I think she was in the episode of The Game and something else. But yeah, that's because Eddie Murphy. That's just one of my favorite comedians, favorite actors. Even this, you almost look, if that ending hadn't been good, Eddie, I would have had to question you. I'd have been like, man, Martin might be ahead of you now, because Bad Boys for Life was pretty good.
So again, the ending kind of saved it from being a horrible movie for you. That's why you could give it an okay, not kill it, basically, with the rating, right?
Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, Eddie was about to not be my favorite actor / comedian anymore. If this was like, if the ending was buns as the rest of the movie, oh yeah.
For me, I thought it was obvious from like the first 10 minutes that they were going to end up saying that the daughter could be the queen. The only question for me was how we got there. And then again, after I sat back and looked at it, I felt like they didn't get to that conclusion the way they should have. And they basically made Eddie Murphy look like he had done no growth since the first movie. And that kind of annoyed me too.
Oh, I got a reasoning for that too. Now that we've been talking about it, remember, he was still the prince.
Right.
That's the reason. Basically, King Joffrey Joffrey was still ruling over Zamunda up until like literally the first few minutes.
Beginning of the movie. So in your
Yes.
mind, you think he kind of settled back into
He got what he wanted, and he was like, "Well,
like he got his
I'm a
woman.
prince. I got money. I got the woman I wanted. There's no reason for me to be jumping on down my father's back."
Gotcha. So
he did what I wanted.
Yeah, like his father gave in to that one thing, and he probably I can get behind that. They could have addressed that in the movie instead of just making him look.
Like I said, when they tried to make him seem like he was just like his dad, and I'm sitting there like, how?
Yeah. They just made him seem dumb, is what they did. Like he didn't have a brain, like he didn't think about anything critical over the past 30 years.
And that's sad because he was very cerebral in the first one.
Exactly.
He was the one that realized that the tradition was trash in the first place.
Yeah, like he won Lisa over with his mind. Like he didn't win her over with, just being a king, a prince. That was the whole point, was that he was.
So what you're saying is,
right,
he regressed as a character.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is, this movie is pointless.
Aha. Aha.
Basically, this movie could have been 5 minutes. Is what it came down to.
This shit felt like a 90s Disney straight to tape spinoff.
It was that's why it was on Amazon Prime.
It was.
If you just so happen to have paid your $11 this month, you too could watch Coming to America.
It was, for me, it was all about the cameos. It's like if you enjoyed the cameos, you enjoyed the movie. Everything else is blah for the most part. Some beautiful people.
Niggas love seeing people they know.
Exactly. Oh, there goes such and such. You remember him from that? That's all you do the whole movie.
Gladys Knight, Midnight Train to Georgia.
This entire movie is the Leonardo DiCaprio meme of him pointing at the
yes,
TV.
just you point at TV. Some of the nostalgia stuff. Like I said, we talked about Duke and Duke. Again, you have McDowell's.
Right,
man. They keep on finding like Louis. I forgot what else Louis Anderson is in. I just know he's playing a woman in it.
I haven't seen Louis Anderson in forever.
That's what I'm saying. The other thing he was in, he was playing a woman in it. I'm
gonna be honest. I don't think I've seen Louis Anderson since he was hosting Family Feud.
Oh man, he's been in. He's actually been.
I don't know if I
in his work.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, he's been in a show that's been on for a minute where he's playing a woman. I just can't think of the name of the show right now.
Oh yeah, he has been in some stuff. Baskets.
I think that's the name of the show.
His name is Christine Baskets on the cast list.
Okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was consistent. He just
I'm looking at
he puts on a wig and puts on a little lipstick and he plays a woman. So
he has been active. That's interesting.
So I was sitting up there like, yeah, they knew where to find. I mean, they just had to get him off that set and take the wig off.
But and that's the last thing I'll give them credit for, is they did a great job of making sure they brought in everybody from the. They brought in
the rappers. I mean,
right. That was a fun cameo too, in my opinion. The rapping twins. They
gave the same rap though. That's the only thing that made me disappointed. Y'all ain't wrote another rap in 30 years.
They changed the last line. Instead of saying, everybody wants to see our breasts, they changed it to "we still got ass" or something like that. And then they ran off. But yeah, it was a cameo. Every 5 minutes, you got a new character from the original movie.
How they get all these cameos for no reason, but couldn't find a proper way to bring in Samuel Jackson's character?
Oh man, that would have been cool. I'm like, no. It wouldn't have been cool for one reason. I'm like, if he was still robbing, I would have been pissed.
Right, I wouldn't have wanted that. I would not have wanted that.
Still jacking McDowell's
when
he was mopping. Yeah, like another thing. You just keep on segueing. Appreciate you, Reese.
Segue God.
Remember the West part when he was thinking, where he went to go think? He went to McDowell's and started mopping the floor.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. That's a great segue, because I was like, that's where they first started, acting crazy. Yeah. That's where he beat him up. Yeah, that's where him and Sammy beat him up at McDowell's when he was just supposed to be cleaning the place.
But what was I gonna say? I don't think they could afford Samuel L. Jackson.
Nah. He wasted it all on Gladys Knight and Rick Ross for using his house.
And Morgan Freeman.
Man,
the Morgan Freeman bag was different too.
Yeah, I'm sure that one hit a little more deep.
Rick Ross really like put his back into that accent, and it was still trash.
That was the problem.
Again, it was his house. They said he must have said, "I want one line. I just want one shot." Because the second time he was in that movie, you probably didn't even notice he was there.
I noticed
he didn't say nothing.
Oh yeah. He was. I saw him, and I was glad that he didn't speak. It's basically what happened.
I can't believe you are here.
Oh man.
But no, like that subtle touch right there was a pretty good one. That's why I was glad Reese segued it to that, because I was like, yeah, Samuel Jackson was in McDowell's. I forgot he was mopping the floor when he had to find somewhere to think. And John, the another thing I liked, John Amos still alive.
Right.
We still got James Sr. Yeah, they killed you off on that in that truck accident on Good Time, brother, but you still here. Appreciate you.
Did you see him, man?
Figure. Ain't we lucky we got him?
Anything else that we need to add on this review? Any other points that we need to point out?
Wow, how did we completely not mention the part where Lavelle and his wife to be were walking in the garden talking about how unnecessary sequels were?
Oh yeah, I was saving that for the end. I was definitely gonna say that for the end to where I knew it. Like, yeah, we about to wrap this up. Yeah, that's a good way to wrap this up.
Who wrote that?
And then, but the crappiest part about it was the examples they gave. Because I was like, the barbershop movies, I was like, yeah, you go past that first one and that second one. You get to that third one, And Beauty Shop was actually good.
She mentioned it, and I'm like, where's she going with this? Then she mentioned Beauty Shop, and I was like, I like Beauty Shop.
That's what I said too. I was like, no, that's not an example of a bad sequel.
But no, I thought
Queen Latifah did a thing.
I thought she was saying she liked Beauty Shop.
Yeah, that's because
she said she liked
correct her. Yeah.
Way they pointing out her wanting her own shop, and they were the whole theme around them trying to empower women or whatever, or trying to talk about empowering women while ignoring them, which is what the movie did.
Right.
But that's what men do, right? We talk about doing the right thing while not listening to the
my sister, but
not a single woman.
Get out of my face.
Yeah.
But she was still wrong, because he called out. He was like, well, Beauty Shop not really a sequel. Yeah, it's not.
I thought she said universe too, or did she not say universe? Did I imagine that?
Universe, bro. If they just said barbershop universe, I would not be doing this review.
We'd be like, nah,
I wouldn't have finished the movie.
I'm out of here.
Man, I feel like in my head I heard barbershop universe. I might have just said that.
I don't know what you heard. Barbershop universe, the ish universe. What the? They all live in the same city.
Not what are they? Yeah.
The barbershop universe, but all three movies take place on the same.
Or in Chicago. They're in Chicago, on the same block in Chicago. Fact.
It ain't about the location. It's the universe of movies. Like the movies are connected. But you're right. Those are
you actually don't know where California University
around
is.
the corner. You know what?
No comment. But yeah, like again, my biggest problem with it is that they tried to talk about women. They didn't let a single woman write, no woman director. And the women that they were trying to empower were side characters. So congratulations on failing.
And their woman empowerment moment was pretty much Lisa and Mary getting along.
Yeah, that was the best thing they did for women empowerment.
Then they realized.
Speaking of women, I can't end this without mentioning the person that was not in the movie.
Okay.
And but they showed her a picture at the beginning, which kind of like, dang, kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Allison Dean, who played the other sister, the actual cute one to me. The dark skinned
Oh,
one.
yeah. The dark skinned one.
I don't think I looked into her on this.
Is she alive?
Yes. Yeah, she's still
she?
like doing little bit roles here and there too. It's
Why
just that I read an article, but I cannot tell you for the life of me of why she decided not to do it.
So she did make that decision? You know for sure?
I was literally about to send you the article while we were talking. I got you.
But they don't address it? Do they address it in the article?
Yes. I just don't feel like reading it right now in the middle of us recording this.
You can't say it quickly.
Hold on. I'm about to.
Allison Dean. Yeah, you had me scared when you said it hurt to see her.
Nah, I did. I mean,
like,
we know Matt Sinclair is gone, but yeah.
She actually was dying. She had cancer at the time of the movie. From what I read, she was diagnosed at 82. The movie came out in 88. She wasn't supposed to live that long.
Shout out to her.
Yeah,
because she played that role.
She was the heart of that movie. She kind of brought things together. We were missing that in this one.
We were missing a lot more than her in this one, but I appreciate you sending this bit.
Yeah, she hold up. Talking about she's on the talk.
Huh?
It says she's gonna be on the talk, or she was. Hold on, this might be something else. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh no, this was a movie. All right, I was scared.
That's a movie. How like it's about to go down?
That's why I was.
Got something to say. Talk and spill all the beans.
Thought that was what this was about to be. But did you already send me the article?
Yeah. Hold on. I should have sent. It should have.
Did you mute yourself? What just happened?
I said my iPhone been acting weird, so I might have to email this to you. My iPhone been acting weird today. I don't know what's going on.
I don't want to drag this out. So yeah, I actually did not even think about her, honestly.
Yeah, Patrice was, yeah. It would have been weird, like, since they kept on bringing up like old versions of the characters. I would have made me mad if they had like Eric LaSalle still with a Jerry curl. Daryl had showed up to the wedding. I would have been like, come on.
Yeah. He didn't need to be there, so I'm glad they didn't force him in there. But yeah, she definitely should have come up at some point.
Yeah, that was like my only thing. I was like, they showed her picture at the beginning because, of course, your dad's in Zamunda. Of course, Lisa's in Zamunda. But at the end of the day, your sister's not there, and no one ever mentions Patrice at all.
Up at least. Like the fact that they were able to mention Akeem's mom felt good because even though she couldn't be there, she was still a part of the movie. But the fact that they didn't even mention Patrice, like now it's taking away some of that cameo juice they had. I thought they covered all their bases.
Nah, they didn't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you just say cameo juice they had?
The cameo
juice
was all they had. The juice, like all they did well was introducing old characters. I'm gonna say for like people that just wanted that, just to be.
Okay. You mean like characters from the other movie? Okay, got it.
To reminisce, like I feel like those are
like the random people.
Let me tell you where they really like fumbled. Remember when she said she hadn't felt like an American or done anything in a while? I'm like, you could not have mentioned your sister right there because your sister was the wild one,
right?
Who probably was having her out and had her, doing everything, kept her own game and stuff like that.
They had opportunities. Like it's not like it would have been too forced to have her mentioned at some point. So yeah, that was definitely a missed opportunity. And maybe like she could have been friends with I was about to say Lisa Leslie again. Leslie Jones' character. Or something. You know what I mean? Fellas, I appreciate you coming on to talk about this trash movie. I mean this okay movie.
No, you was right.
I was gonna say you definitely right. Get it right the first time.
again, for the older generation that just wanted to relive the first one, you got what you wanted. If you wanted something new, this movie did not deliver. But we'll be back for some hopefully better reviews. Shad still said he wants to do Judas and the Black
Judas and Black Messiah, which is actually a good movie. So I will have nothing but rave reviews about that. We finally get a good movie, y'all. Y'all finally getting a good movie review from me, y'all. Like where I actually have something positive to say. We ain't gonna ain't no poo in that movie.
I do have a complaint about that movie, but we'll get into that when we get into that.
It better be minor.
But yeah, Reese, if you have any movies that are coming out, I'm watching pretty much anything. Always hit me up. Again, I'm trying to make this podcast just conversations about movies with other people. I'm not doing this by myself no more. So if y'all watch something, y'all see something coming up, you want to be part of that discussion, hit me up at any time.
I'll look. Hopefully next time I come on, it could be a good movie.
All right, folks. So I kind of had to cut the end kind of abruptly, but we basically just started talking about other movies, so I went ahead and ended it. But definitely had fun with Shad and Reese talking about Coming to America. And again, none of us thought it was a great movie, but none of us really killed it either. It had its flaws for sure. Definitely had places where it could have been better. But I'll be back. I'm trying to catch up because, again, I'm just getting started for 2021. I hadn't done anything since December before the prior review. So I'm hoping to crank out a couple during a week here and there in the weeks coming. But we will see. Until next time, peace.